Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to review one of the most important but often overlooked factors when selling put options. How to know if you're at risk for early assignment. If you don't fully understand this, it could cost you a lot of money. So stick with me because I have created a chart that visually breaks down your chances of getting assigned and how you can manage that risk effectively. In this video, we will cover how to tell if you are at risk of early assignment, why assignment risk matters, and how it affects your profits. Number third, how to manage and reduce that risk so you stay in control using a real example. Let's dive in. Understanding assignment risk. Okay, so here's the big picture. When you sell a put option, your risk of being assigned depends heavily on two things: how much time is left until expiration and the option delta. Delta is basically a number that tells you how likely you are to get assigned. It's on a scale from 0 to 100. The higher the delta, the higher your chances. If you are 100 days or more from expiration, no matter what your delta is, your risk of early assignment is super low. You are pretty much safe. Now, as we get closer to expiration, especially in the last month, and even more into the last 2 weeks, your risk starts moving into the danger zone. If your delta is around 50 or higher, you need to start being cautious. Finally, if your delta is more than 75 or higher and time is running out, for example, if you have 80 delta put option with only 3 days left, your risk of assignment might be 50% or more. This is when you need to be more careful. So why should you care about assignment risk? When you sell a put option, you are agreeing to buy 100 shares of the underlying stocks at the strike price if assigned. That means you need to have the cash ready to buy those stocks. Early assignment means someone forced you to take the shares before expiration. And if you are not prepared, it could cause you big problems. You might end up owning shares you don't want or cash tied up you didn't plan for. The higher the delta and the closer you get to the expiration, the more likely assignment becomes. But remember, if your delta is low and there's still plenty of time left, your risk is very low, even if the option is slightly in the money. By the way, if you are getting value from this so far, do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button. I break down strategies like the real strategy, covered call, and real portfolio update every single week. Alright, now back into it. Now here's the most important part. How do you manage this risk? There are three options. Option number one, do nothing. Often this is exactly what I do. If I'm selling put option, I usually want to be assigned because I actually want to own the stock at a discount. This is the key part of my strategy, selling put on stocks that I like to own. Option number two, close out the trade. Sometimes the stock moves against you and you don't want to own it anymore. In that case, it's okay to close the trade early and take a small loss instead of getting stuck with the share you don't want. Option number three, roll the trade down and up. This is a powerful move to reduce your assignment risk. Rolling means closing your current position and opening a new one with a lower strike price and a longer time to expiration. Let me walk you through a real example from my portfolio. Back on July 16, Google was trading at around 176 at that point. I decided to sell a monthly put option with a strike price of 170, set to expire on 18 July. The trade had a delta of 30%, which essentially meant that there's a 30% chance I will get assigned the share on expiration. I sold 4 contracts and received a total premium of 1,196. If I were to get assigned, I will need to put up 68,000 in collateral. That is the cost of buying 400 shares of Google at 170 each. Fast forward to today, Google is trading at around 178. That means the put I sold are currently profitable. And I'm sitting on unrealized gain of 689, which is about 57% of the total premium I originally collected. Now let's say by 18 July, Google dropped below 170. Maybe it goes to 169. That will trigger the assignment and I will end up owning Google share at 170 a piece. Honestly, I'm perfectly happy with that since I actually want to own the stock. But let's imagine I don't want to be assigned or I simply want to reduce my risk. In that case, I will roll the position. Rolling means I buy back the current put option and then sell a new one, typically with a later expiration date and possibly a different strike price, a lower strike price instead. For instance, I might roll down to 165 strike price and extend the expiration to August. This gives the trade more time to play out and lower the probability of assignment. Here is how it will look in number. I initially sold the 170 put for 1,196. If the market starts to dip and let expiration date get closer, the cost to buy back those might rise, let's say to 1,500. That result in a net loss of 304 on the original position. But then I sell a new put option further out, say August expiration, and collected 1,800. So now instead of closing the position completely, I will extend by another month and reposition it in a better reflect of the current market condition. This is the power of rolling. It's a smarter way to stay in the game, manage risk, and adjust your strategy without having to walk away from a trade completely. For those who are ready to jump into trading, I personally use Tiger Broker because it's user-friendly and great for option trading. You can find my referral link in the description. If you sign up through it, you will get some cool bonuses and it helps support the channel too. Back to the video. So that is the assignment risk in a nutshell. Remember, time left and delta are your best indicator for early assignment risk. You can refer to my video as a guide to know when you are safe and when to be cautious and when to act. If you learned something new, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up and check out my other videos where I deep dive into option strategy and manage risk like a pro. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, trade smart and stay profitable.